What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, Poor Man's Guide to Building a Food Truck. Today we're just going to be going over one real quick thing, which is some of the material that I've used so far and that I plan to continue to use on the walls and ceiling of the food truck. If you're anything like me, stainless steel, which looks fantastic, don't get me wrong, stainless steel is just not an option for me. I just don't have that kind of cash to pay for material at the moment. So maybe later down the line, if I do end up building a second one, or I want to refurb the one I'm doing right now and I have a little bit more cash flow, maybe I could use some stainless steel. But if you're anything like me, I just don't have that kind of money. I kind of looked at some prices here in Florida and they were just really crazy expensive. So I think I got a quote for like, it was like over $4,000 or something like that. That's more than I paid for the trailer. So I don't know if it's just the prices of the material right now are just sky high, or if they're usually that high, I don't know. But for me, it's not feasible. So I'm going to be going through a material that I'm currently in the process of using that I already got approved by the local authorities here in the state of Florida. So I'll go through that with you right now. Let's go check it out. So this is the material that I'm referring to, guys. It is a FRP based material, picked it up from Home Depot. The main reason why I went with this was because of the price of it. So it comes in 4x8 foot panels, and each panel is only $23 and some change from Home Depot. I'll leave a link in the description for it so you guys can check it out for yourself. It's not standard FRP. So I'm not actually even sure what the material is, but it's FRP based, or whatever you want to call it. Now, I was unsure about it because I know obviously with food and stuff like that and local authorities, you have to be really specific on the material that you use. So I saw it at Home Depot and I was like, well, I wonder if it would be okay to use it, because it's kind of flimsy. And I'll show you a panel outside in just a second that I'm about to cut. But it's really kind of flimsy compared to FRP. FRP is kind of like when you wobble it, it kind of makes that like blah, 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 kind of noise. This doesn't do that really. It's a lot more flexible than standard FRP. So it's like a oh, here it is right here. Polywall utility panel. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Polywall utility panel. So what I did is I found it at Home Depot. And I obviously got the SKU number and everything, found it on their website, copied the link, and I sent it to the local authority in the state of Florida, the Department of Agriculture, or Food Safety or whatever. I sent it to them and asked them if they would check out the link for Home Depot and if it would be approved to use in the state of Florida. They replied the same day and they said, yes, that is fine to use in the state of Florida. So if you live in Florida, you'll be fine with this stuff. I already got it approved. I'll see if I can put it in the video, the email that I got, just to show you guys that I'm not pulling your leg, as we say in England. If you're in Florida, you should be okay to use this. Please make sure if you're in any other state that you check it. The state of Florida were super fast to get back to me. I was expecting to wait like a week or two, but they got back to me just like that same day. And I just sent them the link for the Home Depot website with this specific panel, and they got to me and they said, yeah, that's okay to use. So that's what I'm using right now. It's $23 and some change per panel. So I figured it out, like my whole trailer to walls, ceilings, everything should be around $200, maybe a little bit more. 200, 250 is what I'm expecting to pay, which is way better than $4,000 for a stainless steel. So let me go ahead and show you guys one that I'm working on outside, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about with this flexibility, and then you guys can make a decision from there. So this is a panel that I'm about to cut right now. I've already went ahead and just measured where I'm about to cut it. Like I said, it's the Polywall utility panel. And you can see, just because it's spread out over the back of the truck right now, you can see how flexible it is. It's kind of floppy, and like it bends quite a lot, as you can see. When you've got it up on the truck, though, it really doesn't look that bad. What I did with the first one is I just really kind of, before I put the divider in, I really stretched it as much as I could and pushed it, and put screws in each corner to try and keep it nice and pressed against the wood on the back, and that seemed to stretch it out. And then this one I'll do the same thing. I'll kind of just grab this edge right here and pull it as taut as I can, screw it down, and then put the divider in so it just kind of goes nice and flush, because you can kind of see along the edge here where it's kind of wobbly. I don't like that. That doesn't look so good. But when I put the divider in there, stretch it out, and tack it to the wall, it should look pretty good. It's kind of like that first one right there. So yeah, that's basically how it looks. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm actually gonna cut these panels in half for the ceiling. They're obviously, I had to trim a little bit for the walls, but on the ceiling, I already tried to put one up. I don't have like extension poles or anything like that. I guess I could go and buy some, but I don't have any on me right now. So I'm gonna look and see how it looks if I just cut them in half. So they'll be 4x4 panels, and I'll just have more divider bars across the top and kind of see how it looks. I don't know how it's gonna look. As opposed to trying to put a whole 4x8 panel up there, because I already tried to put a 4x8 panel up there with me and another person, and it was a real nightmare because it's so flexible. So I'm gonna cut it, see how it looks, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. Now, one of the benefits of it being so flexible is that it's super easy to cut. So you can actually just take a regular pair of scissors and you can cut right through it, no problem at all. See how easy that just goes through there? So that is one of the benefits of having one of these utility panels is, yes, they're super thin and they're super flexible, but they are very easy to cut. All right, guys, just want to give you a real quick update of where we're at right now. I have put the first panel in and it's ready to go. As you can see down the back of the trailer there, that's the back wall. I've got the first one in at the back, and it really doesn't look too bad in my opinion. There's a little bit of a gap down the side, so what I'm thinking is I'll put like some aluminum trim or something like that that's not too expensive across to, you know, bridge this gap right here between the wall and the ceiling. But the one problem that I ran into right off the top was, at least on this back part, I had the spring-loaded bar right here to open and close the back door. It's just mounted right here, and there was no way of getting my drill bit in there to tack these on with this thing in there. So I had to just take the whole thing off. There's an aluminum panel attached to it as well. I had to take that off just to get in there. So honestly, I'm thinking about just leaving it like that. I don't know if I necessarily need to put it back up. I might just leave it like that, because obviously I'm not going to be using this door a whole lot. So it's not the end of the world if I keep it off. It's just right now it's extremely heavy opening and closing it. But that's the finished product right there. That's a 4-foot panel. I'm working on the second one right now. So like I said, it really doesn't look too bad. I'm just stuffing the insulation down there, and then I'll finish tacking it so that it's, you know, flush with the roof. But it looks pretty clean. So that's where we're at right now. Once I get everything completed, I'll make sure to upload another video and walk you through the finished product once I get all the aluminum trim and stuff like that. But I wanted to go ahead and get this video wrapped up so I can post it online so you guys can see, you know, kind of an idea of what it looks like. So there it is. So thanks for taking the time to tune into the Poor Man's Guide to Building a Food Truck today, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And until next time, thanks very much.